In 1978, I was the first person to accompany Tony on a 6-week trip to India and Bangladesh. I had my eyes open to a completely different world as I travelled to many of the non-tourist parts of India. We had many fun moments, especially when we arrived at Bombay airport at 5 o'clock in the morning to be met by Richard. First time I met Richard Sharp, who's here this evening, and Tony were taken to a taxi and taken to Nanatrek, which was the head office of OM in Bombay. This taxi driver, I think Tony will remember, drove at 50 miles an hour through all the red lights. I had the sticker on the front of his dashboard which said, "Have faith in God." But I think he meant the God in the small g. We often shared our accommodation with many undesirables, cockroaches, rats, and mostly mosquitoes. One night Tony decided to give up his bed as there were more mosquitoes in his net than outside. Another night he decided on a night walk as another person sharing our room with us was snoring so loudly he was unable to sleep. I also experienced some of Tony's wicked sense of humour when he and another OM leader recommended I try an Indian delicacy. It looked like a sweet and sour chicken ball, but it didn't taste like it. It contained a whole chilli. And I can remember to this day the feeling of my head exploding, and Tony and the OM leader, PM John, I'm sure Tony remember, laughing. I made many friends within OM India, and it's been a pleasure to be able to keep in touch and support Joseph and Miriam D'Souza as they head up the work of OM India. I would conclude that this was an experience of a lifetime, and although this was 17 years ago, it seems only last week. I'd like to thank Tony for giving me the opportunity to accompany him on that trip, and I hope to return one day soon.